Follow along this virtual session. This session is going to primarily work hips and glutes, but there will be a little bit more of a full body aspect to it as well. Feel free to switch props in and out as needed. You could use absolutely no props, or you could use just some of them. I use a lot. I think, a TheraBand, 2 different loops, fabric and latex. I use a Bosu, stability ball, fit ball, all kinds of stuff. Feel free to grab those items. And if you don't have them, you can just do it without. For example, you could place your legs or feet on the floor or on the Bosu instead of the stability ball. Same thing with the Bosu. You can kind of play around with that. You could always just use the floor, so the mat and your body, and that's it. And as far as the modifications go, I am kind of customizing it to the specific client that I was seeing today. They do have a condition that prohibits certain things and that has certain needs. So feel free to do the same. If you know you can't do certain things, then eliminate that out of the session for yourself. And I hope you enjoy. Good, and then slowly center. I'm going to grab the blue band. It's going to come onto your thighs, however you need to do that. I'll meet you there. It's right above the knees. Feet back on the Bosu. All right, once you get here, palms come down. You're going to look for evenness in your hips. So imagine a line from crown of head to tailbone. Press each foot equally into the Bosu and just lift straight up, straight down. Good. And just go back and forth at your own pace. Try to lift your back and butt at the same time in one piece. So I'm lifting just straight up, straight down. Take this next one up and just hold. Try to find that balance. Doing good. And slowly bring it down. My feet are going to come together. I'm going to try to press out on the band equally with each leg. So press open the hips and then back into parallel to the hip. So open and close. Good. All right, a couple more. Good, and bring it in. We do need that little small ball. Sorry, I should have told you first. We're going to keep the band. I think it rolled away when your mom was using it. I don't know where it went. She lost it. I think it went past your Bosu somewhere. Can't find it? I don't know where she put it. She said it flew away. Sorry. I should have had you get that first. Once you've done that, we need the band on the thighs again. We're gonna sideline. I'll go ahead and set up so you can see. I have my feet up here and my head on the ball. No rush. All right, very good. So, top hand is gonna come in front of your ribs just to keep you from rolling forward. Feet stay together, just like we were doing a second ago, but now only using your top leg. Press open and close. Now it's been a while, so it's gonna burn probably today a little bit like it did the first couple of times, so sorry about that. It burned for your mom too, so everyone can suffer together today. It'll be nice. Did you have fun though?
Yes.
Good. I heard it was beautiful.
It was.
That's pretty cool. And not as hot. That's the main thing.
Yeah, definitely not as hot.
Yeah, that's really nice to get away from it. All right, couple more. Doing good. One more. And then just take a break. And the whole time we're doing all this stuff today, take a break when you need it. Straighten that top leg when you're ready over the Bosu. And this will just be to your range of motion, whatever that is. Lower and lift down to the Bosu. It's like I'm tapping the Bosu. Try to squeeze your butt cheek behind you. That's gonna help stabilize your spine, which is really important. Good. All right, couple more. Hold it up, see if you can pulse up, so a little tiny movement. Good. And take a break, doing good. Next, we're gonna be moving forward and back. I wanna try to stay level to the Bosu for this one. So I'm just gonna slide the same height forward. When you come back, you could go more like 3 inches behind your hip. You don't have to. There's no rush. Does your bottom hip feel okay?
Yes.
Okay. You're doing good. Again, if you need a break, just take it. No big deal. You can get back in when you're ready. Two more. Good. One more after this. And then we take a break. Very nice. Last thing with this band on this side, I straighten back up, circles. So my circle is going to be about the size of a baseball. It's going to hover right above that Bosu, so I'm not going too high today. Nice job. And then reverse. Good. And then bring it down. That's it. Good. In between sides, I'm going to set the ball away. Hopefully it doesn't roll away. And lay back down on your back. Okay. All right. together from earlier. So when you're ready, feet together, hands down. I'm gonna lift into a bridge and press out on the band. Bring it back in and lower down. So your bridge is just gonna be as high as you're comfortable going. And then you add that press out. Good job. In and then come back down. And do it again. Just over and over at your own pace. Start to rely on your glute, hamstring, but also your back muscles. They're gonna help stabilize your spine, which will help give you more balance and a little bit more straight position. So think about squeezing the sides of your back towards your spine together behind you. Starts with squeezing the base of your shoulder blades together. I know that's a lot to think about, but it'll really help. All right, last one. You're doing really good. Don't rush through it. Take your time. No need to hold after. So just one more. And after that, we're going to go to the other side for the same series we just did. So if you like facing, you can move the Bosu or you can just turn around, your preference. And we need to find that ball wherever it went. There's mine. It's been rolling a lot today. All right, so I'm going to take my feet on the Bosu, head on the ball. We start with clam. So if I have a position, you just want to make sure you're not dumping your weight in your ribs because that could put it on the hip. So just kind of lift your butt cheek a little bit up on that top leg to pull out of that bottom hip, if that makes sense. Think about just squeezing your booty and then lift and lower that top leg. Good job. And take your time just back and forth. Remember, one side is always going to be, no matter what, stronger than the other, so just do whatever feels best on this side. Don't worry about what you did on the other side. Just make sure you're giving the same effort. That's all that matters. Good. All right, we're going to take this next one up and hold for a sec. I know, good, and then bring it down. All right, here we go. Straight leg. I'm going to lift and tap. So when you get here, only go as high as you're comfortable going, meaning if you feel pressure in your low back or your hip, you're probably too high, or you're rolling backward, but you don't look like it to me. You look good, but kind of a self-adjustment if you feel like you're rolling forward or back. Good. You're doing great. That's the side that's harder for you, right?
Yes.
Okay, take as many breaks as you need. It's been a while, so you're gonna feel a little bit more challenged today. That's okay. We'll get back there. How about 2 more, and then we'll take a quick break. Good, and then just let it rest before we go on. And then only when you're ready, we'll go forward and back. There's no hurry. I'll just meet you there. Good. So your goal is to start working on stabilizing through your pelvic area. So you have two major muscles in there. They help to stabilize your hips and pelvis. So does your outer butt, so your outer glute. Those muscles are going to be what really helps you when you start doing things like hiking and all that good stuff. I heard you guys went hiking a lot when you were in Washington. Was it nice?
It was
How'd you feel hiking?
good.
Yeah? Good. That's so awesome. Alright, couple more. You're doing great. And let's take another break. Only one more thing, which is those circles. Yeah. And you don't have to do them right this second, but when you're ready, they'll be small. And reverse. I know you're about maxed out on this side. We're almost done. And then we'll do some different stuff. 5. Good job. 4, 3, 2. Yay! Nice job. Let's take this off. We don't need to do anything else with it. And let's sit up for a minute. Alright. Why don't we sit on the Bosu? That'll get you off the floor a little bit. And let's grab 2 things. I think the ride band is close by. No, I don't want to use that one. What other colored bands do you have that are long? There's other colors, right?
I have the green band.
Okay.
And I have the red one.
Okay.
I have this other red one.
Okay. See how that feels. So this one that you have, the red one, is that one harder to pull on, or is it really easy?
It's pretty easy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely lighter than the other red one.
Okay, so get the one that's heavier. Keep it close. So we'll sit up on the Bosu. This is gonna help. Also, for you, is your magic circle close?
Yes.
Okay. This will help you with your hip position. So we're gonna sit on the Bosu with the circle outside your knees. That is just to help your thighs and hips stay open. And we'll use your green band first, the loop, since it's the heaviest, I think. Mine's pink, but yours is green. All right, so your first goal, that's gonna be kind of hard, is keeping your legs slightly, or your knees pressed into the circle. That's gonna kind of work on your alignment, and we're gonna stay like that. I'm gonna have the band on my wrist with my arms straight to start, palms facing each other. Try to lift your chest up a little bit so you don't want to feel unstable, but you want to feel challenged to balance with your chest lifted, like your back is a straight line. So kind of lift the chest up a little bit. And then kind of bring your shoulders back over your hips a little more. There you go. That looks good. And just start to press out on the band. That's a lot of stuff to do at once, so take your time. Good. And try not to neglect your hips and knees. Keep them aligned. That's the hard part. Great job. bring it in, bending your elbows instead of straightening the arms. So my elbows come in. I'm gonna try to stay above the circle as best I can. I'm gonna continue to press out. Try to keep that balance. Try to keep that circle tight on those knees. And try to lift the chest a little bit so you don't feel like you're rounding your back. Yes, good job, much better. 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1, nice. I'm gonna set this loop down. We're gonna grab the red band, the heavier one. All right. Same position as earlier, but now palms face the floor. We're gonna work on that balance a little bit, which is never super fun. Plant your feet. We wanna get a really good connection to the feet. But you can always put your shoes on if you need to when we do stuff like this, okay? Especially if we start doing standing stuff. Okay, I'm gonna open and close. Let's just start here. Maybe on Thursday, you can wear your shoes and we'll do some standing stuff at the TRX. See how, I want to see what you prefer. We'll see if you like that. We don't have to though if you don't want to. Let's see if you like it. Good job. So you want to try to connect to the base of your shoulder blades behind you. That is going to help to stabilize the front of your body, so the upper front body. And just to challenge a little further, next, arms straight, left arm only, but don't let your hips go with you. It's only the arm. Nice, good job. And bring it in, 2 more of those. And then we'll get the other side 4 times. Good. Very nice. I think you did a little more than 4, so let's go for 6. So you're halfway there now. Perfect. 2 more. Good, and then 1 more. Very nice, and then set the band down. All right, we're just gonna put our palms next to our hips on the Bosu. I'm gonna try to, again, instead of round, I'm gonna try to lift up as best I can. I'm just gonna press out on that circle. So I'm pressing my thighs out. Good, it's gonna be hard. You're doing good. Good. Just try to press those handles as far away from each other as you can, even if it's only like a millimeter, it's okay. All right, last 4. 3, 2, last 1. Nice job. All right, it's gonna come off, but we're gonna keep it close by. I'm gonna come off of the Bosu, and I'm actually gonna slide it away and switch it for that big stability ball. Holding the circle, I'm just gonna lay on my back when I get there. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna come down, feet on. Magic circle's gonna go between my knees again. Or not again. It's gonna go between instead of outside the knees. So there's no hurry. Once you do get here, your feet are just gonna end up on the, flat on the Bosu. in place that circle. Yep, you got it. Okay, perfect. All right, no hurry. And you can always adjust where the circle is. When I wear shorts, sometimes it's uncomfortable. You can kind of move it a little bit if you need to. You can have your feet flat or your heels on, and you're just gonna squeeze in an inch, out an inch on the circle. Okay, we're not gonna squeeze so hard that we're straining the hips. It's just a gentle squeeze. So from your inner thigh up through your groin to your belly button is your pelvic floor. Really important to work on that alignment for you. So you want to really think about everything from the front of your pelvis to the back. There's like muscles we have on the inside. Those help to stabilize your stance and the alignment of your legs, which will in return help for hiking, running, walking. So try to just breathe through it and don't strain. So if you're barely moving, that's okay. And take breaks when you need it too. I know how hard this is. It starts to burn. So if you need a break, just relax. And then get back in when you can. All right, let's hold it in. Tiny pulses. So it's like I'm squeezing and I'm squeezing it a little bit deeper for 5, 4, you got it. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna set that to the side. Straighten your legs. Just take a second, thinking in terms of stability. So you've got one side that's stronger than the other. So we're gonna try to create an evenness here. So I'm gonna get those calves on the ball. For balance, I always say you can either rest the hands or it helps to grip the edges of the mat sometimes for balance because we're gonna be lifting up in the air. So as straight as your legs will go, even if they're bent a little bit, I'm gonna try to lift up and down. So squeeze each glute equally. If you find her rolling to one side, try to revisit your alignment and how heavy you're squeezing that opposite side, and then come back down. And then start to lower and lift on your own. Again, I like this exercise just so you can see what side you tend to roll to. Okay, you want to squeeze the opposite glute of the side you're rolling to help balance it out, if that makes sense. And you can come in and out at your own pace. Just don't rush yourself. Take breaks when you need it. Your core and your back are definitely helping you balance as well. So you want to pull your belly button back towards your spine. Kind of like you're pulling your belly in. Great job. All right, 2 more. No hurry. And then bring it in so your knees are bent. And just relax. You doing okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Next, I'm going to stay down. This is going to be hard. We're going to grab the ball. It's actually going to go between your thighs with your feet wrapped around it. So you're kind of hugging the ball with your legs. Your challenge first is to hold it the whole time with your legs. Your second challenge is trying to lower and lift it without letting go. Yeah, good job. You got it. And this is probably most people's one of their least favorite exercises. It's hard. We're not going to do a lot. But it's really good for you. I don't want you to be too sore, so we'll do like 5 more. Because I don't want to open your hips too much. Good job. Alright, you're around that end. We're going to come up and get rid of this thing when you're ready. There's no rush. We are switching to, oh, I see the right at me. Alright. I know those balls are out of control sometimes. We're going to put this one on our feet. Yours is green. And we're going to lay back down on our hip. More sideline work. It'll be really fun. And again, we'll make sure that we take breaks, so don't worry about that. You just want to start first with that nice setup. The ball is optional. If you feel like your neck hurts when you do this, you don't have to use the ball. Awesome. So for stability, we'll keep that bottom knee slightly bent to start. And that leg is going to come straight on top. I'm going to flex my heel, so I'm going to push through the heel. And then turn my toes slightly up to the ceiling just a little bit. And just tiny pulses. So what you're doing is lifting with your inner thigh. So if one of your sides likes to go inward, that side is going to be really hard to hold the open. So try your best to keep the toes slightly upward. We want to try to reverse all of the internal and open the external. It's hard. You're doing good. Almost done. And take a break because we're going to set up a little different. I'm going to bring my both legs straight but forward. So this is called banana sit. So it's a shape of a banana. All right. I'm just going to lift my top leg only when you're ready. Parallel, so no toes up, and just pulse up. Try to squeeze both glutes behind you. Good job. All right, last 4, doing good. 3, 2, hold it there, you got it. Nice job, 5, 4, 3, 2, take a break, good job. Just breathe. All right, the last thing on this side with this band, I come back up. I have a soft bend in my top knee. This is going to challenge your stability in your pelvis too. So make sure you're stacked. Kickstand that top hand. I'm going to pull my knee as far in. You may not come this far. In and then back out. You could just bend a little bit or you could bend a lot. See where your hip is comfortable. Your thigh bone and your hip bone they meet right here, so sometimes flexing doesn't feel good. If you don't feel good, don't go that far. Good job. One more, you're doing great. And that is it for that side. Now we're just gonna lay down on our back, keep the ball. And it's gonna go under our tailbone, so under the sacrum. So take your time getting up. Feet on the floor, no rush. So it's like you lift into a bridge to get it up under there. So lift up, oh, you got it, good job. All right. Again, you can hold the mat on the edges if you want. Let's see, what side did you just do, your left side? Okay. The same leg you just used comes up, and I'm just gonna pulse it in like this, flexing the foot. Now you don't have to come up as high as I am. You come up as high as your hip is comfortable, and just pulse it. Take a break if you need it, okay? Okay. Okay. And come on down. Since we're already here, let's just go ahead and do the other side. Same way. That way we don't have to do this twice. Good. Couple more, doing good. Very nice. And bring this next one down. Oh, gotta get this ball out first. And then we're gonna come onto our other hip. To get our other side, you're almost done. It's 9:45, so that's good. We're getting there. Let's just stretch for a second. Just stretch out your legs when you get here. And then find your stacked position. We start with that bottom knee bent. Toes to the ceiling on your top leg. They don't have to actually face the ceiling, but open your top hip and just pulse up a little bit. It's a tiny pulse. Good. Just a few more. And take a break. Great job. And then we're going to bring our legs straight forward, shaped like a banana again. Engage both glutes, parallel, lower and left. Keep it slow. Good. Last 4. Good. 3, 2, Bring it down for a sec. We've got one more thing still. And this is the one where we bend in and out, no rush. We're going to stretch after this. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, doing really good. One more. And that's good. All right, we're going to put these away. I'm going to grab the magic circle again. And we're going to do single leg stretching to work on your hips. So we're going to lay back down with the circle in our hand. I'm going to start, we do this all the time, with my right leg in. Work on the back of your leg first, as straight as you feel like you can go, whatever that is for you. Good. Just breathe. Next up, I come out to the side, so I bring my leg out to the right. Open your hip and hold. Just work on that hip.